But as I mentioned, we have a big conversation coming up now. It has to do with the Student Loan Trust Fund, and the Deputy CEO is whom we are going to be speaking with, Mr. Samuel Danquah Amaning, and he's going to help us appreciate what the institution has been up to and also help address some of the concerns that the students have. So we'll try and touch base. We're going to have him on Zoom. Just going to get the prompt if he has joined us now so that we can get into it and get some conversation. But like I said, the Student Loan Trust Fund now is in a very peculiar situation because it's not just a loan trust fund. It is responsible for the no-fee stress policy. It's also responsible for the policy by government to take care of the education of disabled people. And it's also taking care of the loan disbursement to students, and even the allowance to teachers and nurses it is also taking care of that. And it's a very important, institution now as far as funding in our tertiary education is concerned. That is why we want to get into it. Some students have raised concerns about the fact that, they are not getting money. They've applied, they are not getting feedback and all of that. We want to try and address all of that. We understand he's joined us now, Mr. Samuel Danquah Amaning, the Acting Deputy Chief Executive Officer of the Student Loan Trust Fund. Mr. Amaning, thank you very much. Good morning to you. All right, we'll try and touch base with him. We understand that there's a bit of issues there. We'll try and talk to him and get. But as I mentioned, we want to hear from you. Let's hear from you. Send us your questions if you're a student in any of the campuses, University of Ghana, KNUST, UDS, wherever you are. If your parents and your ward have applied for the the loan, or your ward has also applied to get repayment for the no-fee stress policy, or you have a question relating to the no-fee stress policy, we want to hear from you. Send us your questions right now, and let's get Mr. Amaning to respond to it and clarify it, all right? Very important. We understand we have him clear now. And Mr. Amaning, good morning, and thank you very much for making time.
Good morning, my brother. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. How are you doing, though? How has your week been? It's been a decent week for you so far?
Yeah, it's been quite stressful. But God is seeing us through. Today is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. But it's been quite stressful. It's been quite stressful.
I mean, let's talk about the fund, though. How is the fund? How is the institution doing so far? It's been 9 months. In this new administration, how is the fund doing?
The Student Loan Trust Fund, as was inherited by my boss, Dr. Siraj, and myself, has been doing fairly well because when we took over as managers of the fund, things were not done how it was supposed to have been done. Because, the Student Loan Trust Fund exists or was established to provide financial resources for the benefit of students in accredited tertiary institutions pursuing accredited programs. And so what it means is that if any student wanted financial assistance, the Student Loan Trust Fund was established to help that student in that regard. But unfortunately, students in the past, for the past 8 years, were approved for loans where they were only given 1 semester of the approved loans, and the other semester they were not given. And so, for instance, if Kojo Danquah applies for a loan and he's been approved to be given, say, 3,000 Ghana cedi, 1,005 for first semester, 1,005 for second semester. For the last 8 years, they will pay Kojo Danquah 1,005 for the first semester, and the second semester, nothing will be paid to Kojo Danquah. And so when we got into office, things were not done how it was supposed to be done. But as we speak, we've been able to turn things around such that if Kojo Danquah applies for loan, which is supposed to be given, say, 3,000, the first semester we've been able to pay the 1,005. The second semester we've been able to pay the additional 1,005, making the 3,000 that the student ought to be paid. And so things are fairly okay now. Things have stabilized. The Student Loan Trust Fund is making sure that the ordinary student who hitherto would not have had access to financial resources for the benefit of his education now is getting access to financial resources so that he or she will be able to go to school and make, if you like, whatever payment that he needs to make.
Interesting. I mean, I also understand that, I mean, the fund at this point, and I'll just explain that to our viewers. The fund at this point does not just deal with loans for students. It has additional responsibilities, I understand now. Of course, I've seen you wearing the no fee stress policy, thing there. You have that additional responsibility. You've also got payment for the fees, tertiary education fees for disabled students. Just help us appreciate what all of that entails at this point. Yeah, go on.
So, like I said, the Student Loan Trust Fund was established to provide financial resources to students from accredited tertiary institutions for the benefit of their education. And so the core mandate of the Student Loan Trust Fund is to provide financial resources through loans. That has been the core mandate of the Student Loan Trust Fund over the years. But as time evolved, there have been some additional responsibility to the Student Loan Trust Fund. One, as you mentioned, disbursement of allowances, that is teacher training allowances. As we speak, the Student Loan Trust Fund has disbursed more than 60,000 allowances to 60,000 students across the country. That is the teacher training allowances. When we took over, there were some arrears in teacher training allowances, which is about 3 months arrears, which have not been paid by the previous administration. When we took over, government through the presidency or the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, made available some monies to us, which we have used to pay teacher training allowances, the 3 months arrears. As we speak, we have paid in excess of about 7 months training allowances to our dear students in the training colleges. Again, the Student Loan Trust Fund is responsible for the implementation of the no fee stress. If you'd recall, prior to the election, one of the key campaign promises of the Mahama campaign was that if given the opportunity, he was going to make sure that students who had completed secondary school, had passed their exams, had gained admission into the university, were going to be given the opportunity to enter the university without any financial constraint. Because according to President Mahama, and for me, I have had to go through such stress when I completed secondary school. When I completed secondary school, I had the opportunity to be admitted to the University of Ghana. But having the opportunity to be admitted and having the financial resources to pay for your admission are two different things altogether. And so it took my grandmother, Awode, who used his farm as a collateral to secure some funding for me to be able to enter the university. And same can be said for most of our brothers and sisters in our various homes, villages, our towns, and even the cities. A mother may have to go and sell his cloth, may have to go and sell her jewelries and her belongings to be able to raise the needed funds to pay admission for the child to be able to enter the university. And for this reason, His Excellency thought that it would be better if the government takes the admission fee of the student so that the student may be able to enter the university without any stress.
All right, let's just stay. Mr. Amaning, let's just stay on that policy. Just want to clarify a few things because we know that you've made some reimbursements and etc. First of all, if you can take it one after the other. First of all, help us appreciate exactly which part of the fee structure that you are taking care of. Because, for instance, when an individual is admitted into an institution, he's got fees. Of course, you've got academic facility fees, sometimes there's SRC fees, and all of it adds up to what they call the school fees, all right? All of it. So help us appreciate exactly which parts you've taken care of.
The fund is responsible for paying academic-related fees. So, for instance, you mentioned SRC dues. That cannot be said to be academic-related fees. So academic-related fees is the academic facility fee you talk about, like the internet and others, that is related to academics. That is what the fund is responsible for paying.
Okay, so let's also simplify it now. We know you've made some reimbursement to students in the University of Ghana, students at UPSA, and quite a number of students across the country, all right? So in the case of students at University of Ghana, specifically, what exactly did you reimburse them for?
So first of all, the reimbursement is not to only University of Ghana and what's the name, UPSA.
Yes, I appreciate that, but I just wanted to take UG as a sample.
I just want to clarify. I will come to your question, but I just wanted to clarify. The reimbursement is to all students in public tertiary institutions. And so in respect of University of Ghana, you know, I attended University of Ghana. University of Ghana offers a lot of different courses. I did political science, information studies, and theater arts when I was in the university. Some others did geography, others did economics, others did business administration. And so we take the school fees of, let's say, public administration. Then we identify the academic-related fees in public administration, the bill. Then we put them together, then we pay. We take, political science, which is the BA, Bachelor of Arts. Then we identify the, if you like, the components of the academic-related fees. That component, we put them together, then we pay. And so this is how we're able to arrive at a specific fees which was paid to the students. That's how we arrived at it. So there is no, I would not say that we paid specific amount of money to every student, which was the same. No, we paid different students different amount depending on the course you are offering in the university.
But on average, though, how much did each student get for reimbursement on average?
On average is 2,500. That's on average.
Now, you made the point about it covering all public tertiary institutions. I know we have an excess of 160 plus tertiary institutions, public tertiary institutions in the country. Help us appreciate the exact institutions we are talking about here.
The institutions are plenty, but
not in names, not in specific names. Exactly, in terms of the category. In terms of the category.
One, we have public universities, like the University of Ghana. We have teacher training colleges.
Okay.
We have the nursing training colleges. We have the agriculture institutions. We have the technical universities. So basically, these are the public tertiary institutions that the Student Loan Trust Fund paid the no fee stress to.
Great. Now, I know that the budget that was allocated for this, in excess of 500 million, just about 500, because it was just around 499 thereabout, just about 500 million Ghana cedis. How much was spent in the 2024-25 academic year as far as this policy is concerned? Or how much has been, was spent?
So far, we've spent close to 300 million on the no-fee stress as we speak. And we are yet to disburse to the rest of the students whose application process probably may not have gone through, whose we've not been able to validate their application. So we are yet to disburse to those students as well. But as we speak, we spent in excess of about 300 million so far.
I think that's an interesting point you also raised, that you are yet to disburse to students whose application has not gone through. So to get the reimbursement or to even benefit from the no-fee stress policy, you have to apply to benefit from it. Is that the case?
Of course. You know, earlier the promise was that if you recall, when the then opposition leader was campaigning, that is His Excellency President Mahama, the promise was that the money was going to be advanced to the universities so that those who have been admitted to enter the university can enter the university without any stress. But when we took over, you will recall that when we took over, the level 100s had already, entered the university. And so most of them had already paid the admission fee. And so there was no way we're going to refund the monies to the institutions. So the only way was to refund to the students themselves. And so the Student Loan Trust Fund opened an application portal for the students to apply through the portal. And so that is how come we paid the money to the students and not to the institutions. And so there was a period through which there was an application that students who qualified applied for the no-fee stress. Then reimbursement were done accordingly. So that's how come we reimbursed and not to pay to the institutions themselves.
There was just one thing that also came up, especially for the nurses and the teachers. You know, they are getting allowances every month, and then they are also going to get their academic user facility fees paid for. And one is wondering, why are we not adopting the idea that came up once upon a time that allowed them to also go apply for loans, especially when it has to do with, just to scrap the allowances, because now they're enjoying this and also enjoying the allowances. So we know that you spent in excess of 100 million on the allowances, and you spent now about 300 million on no fee stress policy. It looks like that's a lot of money going, right?
This is a policy decision, and this is above my pay grade. But I think this is a discussion that all of us need to have. Not only myself or those in power, you the media men, you the journalists, every Tom, Dick, and Harry in this country must be interested in this conversation. And I think that if we table this conversation and all of us talk about it, discuss this, I think that moving forward, the policy direction and policy decision of some of these things may change. You know, in this country that we live, with a little thing, that is done, you have opposition, trying to, if you like, muddy the waters. And so it's a discussion all of us have to make. And so you seated in the studio, I think you can begin that discussion, and all of us would come to the round table and we'll have that discussion, my brother.
Yeah, because bottom line is about sustainability of this policy. And, because if you look at the amount of money that's going there, it's a lot. But then let me also just, before we move on, because I want us to address the loan part of it as the final leg of our conversations. But just before we move on to the disability initiative, we know that in our public universities, there are students who are on what we call fee-paying policy, all right? So they are different from the usual students who go there and pay and get the government subsidies, etc. And there's the fee-paying students. are the fee-paying students eligible to for the no-fee stress policy?
So far as you are a first-year student offering accredited course in a public tertiary institution, you are qualified for the no-fee stress.
So as part of your reimbursement, you have indeed reimbursed some students who are also on the fee paying?
Of course. So far as you are in a public tertiary institution and offering accredited, because there are some even students who are in the public tertiary institutions, but I'm not offering accredited courses. And so if you are in a public tertiary institution and you are not offering an accredited course, there is no way you'll be reimbursed. And so so far as the student is in a tertiary institution, which is public, and it's offering accredited course, my brother, the person will be reimbursed. But in respect of those, you mentioned those who are paying, what's the name? You mentioned the name. I've forgotten. But in respect of those paying, what's the name?
The fee-paying students.
Fee-paying, good.
Yeah.
Fee-paying. You may be a fee-paying student, but the amount of money that we are paying you is equal to the regular students. So, for instance, I am doing political science, but I'm a fee-paying student. We have a regular student who is also doing political science. The reimbursement that is given to the regular is the same reimbursement that will be given to the fee.
But we know that the fees that the regular and the fee-paying student pay are different. The charges are different, completely different. So, the fee-paying pay a little more than the regular student.
The reason why you ask of the fee-paying is that you were thinking that why you have selected to do fee-paying, why should government pay? That was the reason behind you asking if fee-paying students are also reimbursed. Exactly. Is that not the point? Is that not the point? So government says, okay, even though the person has elected to do fee-paying course, government says, no problem, let's at least cushion the persons more. That shouldn't be a problem.
I mean, one of the ideas that also came up, especially when the free senior high school policy was rolled out, is for us to do a certain assessment to know those who truly need it, so that it goes to those who truly need it. Because, I mean, I don't want to mention certain names, but we know certain class of people in our society might not necessarily need the support from government. And so they said, let's make it targeted. Is it a conversation you're considering, something you're considering to make it targeted? We're going to keep it open like this? Because, I mean, there are certain class of people in our society, and we know that, who do not necessarily need this because, I mean, to be very honest with you, some of them, even the stipends they get is much more than the fees that they pay.
Once again, this is a policy discussion. I may not want to delve into it. My responsibility is to implement the no-fee stress. And so I may not want to dive or delve into issues of policy.
But just like the allowance, it's something that, is it something that you think, yes, a conversation should be had about it and we can see the way forward?
Exactly. Just as I indicated about the earlier question you asked, this is a conversation we can all have. This is a conversation that can be brought to the fore for all of us to discuss. And so you can start the conversation. It's a conversation that can be brought. But I may not want to delve into it. Like I said, the mandate of the Student Loan Trust Fund is to implement the no-fee stress. And so I may not want to go or delve into it.
What about,
it becomes very necessary. Why not? We may have to discuss.
What about what mechanism have you put in place to ensure that the people who are indeed benefiting from it are students? Because, I mean, even in the case of the National Service Authority, we've heard that individuals who are not service personnel benefiting from the allowances. And these are things that in later years, they come up and we hear all manner of things that even individuals, ghosts, are sometimes even on our payrolls, etc. What mechanism have you put in place to ensure that those who are benefiting are truly students, so that in some years to come, we'll not hear that some ghost people were benefiting from this?
That's a very good question. Before we started the program, I heard you say that some students have complained of not receiving their reimbursement yet. It is because of the robust system we've put in place. That is how come those students who complain have not received their reimbursement yet. Look, this is the process. The process starts with the students going onto our website and applying for the no fee stress on our website. Now, when you get onto our website, and there are different buttons, the one for loan, the one for no fee stress, and what have you. So if you want no fee stress, you click on the button of the no fee stress. Then you are asked to enter your Ghana card number. Mind you, the fund has collaborated with the NIA to make sure that the NIA helps in identifying who the people applying say they are. And so the very moment you enter your Ghana card number, it gives you, if you like, a camera so that you take a picture of yourself to verify that indeed, if Kwesiman, whose Ghana card number has been entered into our system, if indeed it's he who is applying for the no fee stress. And so when you fill in your Ghana card number, it gets you a picture. You have to take a picture of yourself. When you take a picture of yourself, it takes a few minutes to hit the NIA system. When it hits the NIA system, it gives us feedback that, okay, indeed, this is Akwesiman, age 27, male. So the NIA gives us information about you. So you don't even provide those information, the basic information about you. It's the NIA that gives us the basic information about you. Then you proceed to fill in your institutional details. Which university are you? University of Ghana. Course are you offering? This is the course I'm offering. You choose the courses and everything. After which, you come to the banking details. Then you provide your banking details for us so that we can pay the money to you. After all of these things, we are not done. We contact the institutions, who are responsible for these students. They give us, or they upload the institutional, what we call the institutional list. Now, the institutional list is the details about each and every student in the various institutions. And so when they provide us with the institutional list, we compare the institutional list to the list of those who apply, the list of those who have applied for the no fee stress. And so when it so happened that you came into our system, you applied for the no fee stress, and you stated that your name is Samuel Danquah Amaning. And from the institution says you are Amaning Samuel Danquah. Our system has been designed in such a way that if you interchange your names, you will not be validated. I hope you understand.
Yeah, it sounds robust. It really sounds robust.
Exactly. If you interchange your name, just interchanging your name. In fact, if you leave a space between S, the Samuel, S and A, just one space, you will not be validated. If you omit H from the Danquah, you will not be validated. And so when I was, explaining earlier on, I told you that there's some other students who we have not validated yet. It is because of some of these issues. There are some of them whose, let's say, index number or student ID is 5-423. But when they were entered, they entered 5 dots instead of dash. 423. And the institution gave us 5-423. We will not validate and pay you.
Okay, interesting. Now, let's just
there are some of them. There are some of them who provided they use, say, Ghana card of Samuel Danquah Amaning to apply. The institution gave us a Ghana card of, say, Amaning. We will not. In fact, the system is, done in such a way that when there's this discrepancy, it will not validate you because the system validates automatically. It will not validate you. And there are some of them who they have provided different ID or student ID from what the institutions have provided. In fact, there are some of them who says we are on scholarship. the very moment you take that you are on scholarship and it hits our system and the school provides, how do you call it, the list. This person is not on scholarship. You know, we are not even paying those on scholarship, but the school provides that, okay, this person is not on scholarship. For the fact that you said you're on scholarship, the school says you are not on scholarship. We are not paying you.
Okay, interesting.
So we are now looking into all those issues to see those that may be genuine cases of error and what have you. But the system itself will not even validate it and payment will not be done.
All right.
And so those that are genuine, for instance, there's a space in the Samuel. That one, now we are now looking into all of those things. And that is the reason why.
And wait, the application, you can only do it once.
Students have not yet been paid.
Yeah, so is it the case that you can only do application, is it the case you can do the application just once?
Yes. You are entitled to applying for the no fee stress just once.
Interesting. Now let's talk about the policy to help our brothers and sisters who are disabled. Have you rolled that one out also? And how many people have you so far, what do you call it, been able to reach?
So the no fee stress has basically about three components, which is the no academic fee, the people living free university for people living with disability, and three is the student loan plus. So I would have wanted us to talk about the student loan plus.
We are coming to that. I just wanted to touch on the disability bit and to see how many people have been affected by
people living with disability. That will be launched by the president as maybe by close of month. It would have been launched by the president. Yes, it will be launched by the president by close of March. From 24th to 30th, thereabouts within. This time period, it would be launched.
How many people are you looking at benefiting from this?
So we are liaising with the institutions to get the data from the institutions, the various public tertiary institutions. They are supposed to give us the data. So we are yet to get all the data from the institutions so that we'll be able to identify that this is the number of people living with disability in our various universities. So we are yet to get all the data.
All right,
With the PWD, basically government says that our brothers and sisters who live with disability must benefit from the state. And so if you are living with disability and you have completed secondary school, applied for the university, you have been admitted to the university, for yours, you are not receiving a one-time no fee stress, just as the level 100s are receiving. But for you, what is going to happen is that government is going to take care of your education from level 100 to level 400. If it is a 6-year course, government is going to pay for all your fees from level 100 to level 600 until you are done with the university. So for them, they are not going to pay anything at all. We are paying it covers the full school fees from level 100 to level 400 so that our brothers who live with disability can also benefit from the state. And so that is in respect of the people living with disability free university.
Interesting. Now let's get to the loan bit of it, the loan plus bit of it. Help us appreciate. Is it what it used to be? Of course, you explained that, previously, first semester, they get the payment, they don't get the subsequent semesters. Beyond that dynamic, which other dynamic has been introduced to this very loan?
I recall we were doing some sensitization program in the UCC, and one student from Bibiani Aniaso Bekwapa stood up and asked a very important question. He said, Chief, I am from Bibiani and Yasubekwa. I lost my father some years back. My mother is a farmer, and she does some small farming within the community.
Yeah.
She's unable to get enough money, which will be able to take me through the university. And so this policy of the no fee stress is one that would help my education. But if you are giving me reimbursement for the first year, what happens to me when I get to second year? Then I answered that, oh, that is why the Student Loan Trust Fund exists. It exists to give students financial resources to continue their education. And so after the first year, when you are giving the no fee stress, second year, you can apply to the Student Loan Trust Fund for loans to continue. Then he asked, how much would the Student Loan Trust Fund give me to pay my school fees as a loan?
Yeah.
And that was a very critical question. Because if the student is paying, say, 3,000 Ghana cedi academic year, and the Student Loan Trust Fund is giving the person, say, 2,000 Ghana cedi, where do you expect the student to get additional 1,000 Ghana to be able to further the education? And so this is where the Student Loan Plus comes in handy.
Okay.
Now, the Student Loan Plus is making sure that the amount of money that is paid to students as loans, there will be an increase in the amount of money. So if we are giving, say, the least we are giving to a student is, say, 1,004, now we will not be giving 1,004, but rather will be giving an amount that would be equal to the amount of money that the student needs to pay his or her school fees. That's the Student Loan Plus. And so what we are saying is that after you have been given the opportunity to enter level 100 through the no academic fee, and you get to level 200, there should not be any difficulty paying your fees. All that you need to do is to apply to the Student Loan Trust Fund. Then you will be put on the Student Loan Plus, where the amount of money you'll be given will not be less than the amount of money you will need to pay for your school fees.
Interesting.
And so that is the new thing we are introducing.
Okay.
And again, okay.
Yeah. Just land for me, because I have two students who have some concerns about, the application process and even this release of the funds, etc. in studio. And I want you to hear from them directly, and then see.
Let me hear from them.
Yeah. But just land. You had the last point you want to make. Share.
So what I'm saying is that in respect of the no fee stress, these are the three components: the no academic fee, the Student Loan Trust Fund Plus, and then the people living with the free education or free university for people living with disabilities.
And just to be clear, so that there is no cap on the loan you are giving to students.
Come again?
Is it the case that there is no cap on the amount you are giving the student for the loan?
Dependent. So you see, when you apply for loan, okay, there are some processes you go through, even as it stands now, okay, which we refer to as the means testing. So, for instance, you can apply for a loan, but upon the questions that you are asked, the means testing would be able to know that, okay, this person is capable of, say, paying some of the money in respect of the fees. And so, for you, there might be a cap on yours.
Okay. So, all right, let's engage.
Go through a means testing approach.
Okay, let's engage the students now. I've got them, two ladies in studio. Mr. Amaning is the Deputy CEO of the Student Loan Trust Fund. What is your name and which institution are you coming from? Unimark IFT. And what's yours? Unimark IFT. Let me start with you. What is your concern? What is your concern?
So my concern is that the money and we've opened school, and then we need to pay half of our fees to register for our courses. And so now that the fees is not out yet, we can't register for our next course. And this is the case where you go to your parents and tell them that, oh, we need money to go and pay for. The parents will be like, I thought the government have already paid the fees.
All right, so just to be clear, you have applied for the Student Loan Plus.
Yes.
You are yet to receive the funds.
Yes.
Okay. but you have to register for the courses, and you need to pay what? At least
you need to pay at least half of
it.
Of the fees before you can register.
So at Unimac, you need to at least pay half of it before you can register.
Yes.
Now, when is the registration closing at Unimac?
We opened just last week.
Okay.
So we are to register before the next week. It will close up before next week.
Okay, great. I just want to understand. So when is the registration closing?
This
next year.
The registration for the courses, when is it? Because you mentioned that you have to register. You need to pay half to register.
Yes.
So at this point, have you registered for the course?
No, I've not registered yet for the course.
Okay, because you haven't paid anything.
Because I haven't paid yet.
And what does it mean if you haven't registered for the course? Can you go to class?
Yes, you can go to class, but your result, even your last semester results, you can't see. Because you've not paid, and you have to pay and then you register before you can see all the results.
Great. So I think I understand your situation now. Your school requires you to pay at least half of it.
Yes.
School has resumed.
Yes.
But officially, you are not in the school system because you have not registered.
Yes.
And the bottom line is that you have applied to get help from the student loan.
Yes.
The money is yet to come.
Yes.
And so right now, at the moment, your status on campus is unknown.
Yes.
Great. I'm sure Mr. Amaning has understood that. It clearly has to do with the release of the funds and the fact that they are yet to come in. Well, what about you, Annabelle? Yeah, okay. I just wanted to hear from Annabelle too to see if they have similar situations so that we can address them together for sake of time.
As for me, about the no fees, no stress, I registered and I even went to our head office to check if my details are correct. And when I went, my details are correct. So I heard they'll be closing the portal, which is, I can't remember the month, but I went to ATU, which is the zonal office of no fees, no stress, to go and check again if my details are correct. If I enter the portal, they'll tell me pending embezzlement. Over 3 months, I'm not receiving the money.
And you are doing, you're at Unimac IFT. Unimac IFT. Okay. And over 3 months, you haven't gotten your
that was when we heard the announcement that the portal will be closing during that time.
So when you go to the portal, what do you see?
Pending reimbursement, and they tell me that's the assurance that the money will be coming. But yes, still.
For 3 months, you haven't received the money?
Yes, up to now.
Okay, great. So, Mr. Amaning, let's come to you. Let's go. I'm not sure which one you want to address first, but it's up to you now.
Okay, so the first lady, what's her name?
Letitia.
The one in white.
Letitia.
Okay, so Letitia, are you talking about applying for the loan or no fee stress?
The no fee.
I just want to be sure.
The no fee
The no
stress.
fee stress.
Yes.
So is it the loan you've applied for or the no fee stress?
The no fee stress.
The no fee stress. Yes. Wait, but remember
so
the no.
I really.
Yeah, because we need to clarify because the no fee stress, you apply for it. Okay, Mr. Amaning, just respond. Let's see if you get what she's saying.
So I wanted to be sure if she applied for the loan. You know, some of them, like I said, when you go onto our portal, there's a knob for no fee stress and loan. Some of them might have gone to click on the loan and they think that they have applied for no fee stress. But that said, when I was explaining, I told you that, you know, the issue of the national service was used as an example. You recall that you used that as an example. You know, we don't want a situation where we will be done, okay, with the no fee stress, and there will be some audits, and there will be discrepancies in our data. So somebody is Samuel Amaning and somebody is Samuel Danquah. They may be different people, and you've got to pay to the person. What it means is that you have paid to a ghost. I hope you get it.
Yeah. So now, let me just clarify this too. If I can just clarify this from you, the no fee stress policy, just to be very clear, is this for only first-year students?
Only first-year students.
And are you a first-year student?
Yes.
You are now going into school.
I'm first year.
You are a first-year student going in now, and you've applied to benefit from it.
Yes, please.
Great.
So genuinely, I appreciate what they are saying. They might have applied, they might not have received their money. I appreciate it. And that is why I'm explaining that we have had issues with some of the data. That when they, so you see, some of the students, now they apply. What course are you doing? Which university are you? Some of them, which university are you? The person is in Unimark, but the person will say, I'm in KN West. If the person will choose KN West. With such a student, there is no way you can pay.
So how can they clarify if there are some discrepancies? How can they, correct some of them?
So the only way is to visit any of our offices across the country. We have zonal offices. They at Unimark. We have an office at Accra Technical University. To visit any of our offices, and then they will check for them what the issues are.
But have you started payment for this new academic year? Have you started? Have they started payment for them?
In fact, those who applied this year, and we have paid in excess of our 120,000 students
for the new academic year. Has the new academic year started?
The new academic year is yet to begin. Those who are coming to level 100, they are yet to enter. They've not entered school. So they are level 100s who are yet to go to level 200. So they are done with their first semester. That's what it means. They are probably in their second semester.
So you are going to your level 200 now.
200.
But if you're going to level 200, then you are not eligible to benefit from the no fee stress.
No, so they applied when they were in level 100.
Okay, so they are waiting for reimbursement.
Yes. Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
And it is still not in.
Yes.
Like I said, we have paid in excess of 125,000 students. Data had no issues. But there are other students whose data we have had issues with. And so there are some even students whose ID they gave, maybe say 234, then the school says your ID number is 434. There is no way we can pay to such a student.
Now let me just also clarify.
There are even some students. There are even some students who use their friends' bank details. So I'm a student. I apply for the no fee stress. I've been asked to provide my bank details. Then I call you, my brother. What's your commercial bank account number? Some of them, they use their parents' bank details. So the name on the bank details and the name that has been provided to us by the institution and that of which you applied with may be different. So there is no way we can pay.
Okay, so let me just
there's the possibility that could be a ghost name.
Okay, let me just clarify these two. When they go through the process, and we are wrapping up the conversation now. When they go through the process, what is it that they will see on their platform to know that? I mean, because in the case of Annabelle, she says that when she goes there, what she sees is pending. So maybe help us appreciate when she goes there and she sees pending, what does it mean?
So pending disbursement, that's what she said.
Yes.
Pending disbursement. What it means is that for her, she has been validated. But we are yet to disburse to her.
Okay. Let me also get Letitia. When you go to the platform, what do you see?
The no fee stress platform.
Yeah.
We register your school, and then you come some of your details that you when you get.
But you are also waiting for a reimbursement.
Yes.
But so when you go to the platform right now to check, you also see pending reimbursement.
Yes, the same.
So for the two of them, they go to the platform, they see pending reimbursement.
Yes. So pending disbursement.
Yeah, disbursement.
So what it means is that they have been validated. If it's pending disbursement, then it means that they have been validated, and we are yet to disburse to them.
And when is that likely to happen?
We wanted to work through those whose issues may not be that much, but I mean, little, if you like, mistakes there, here and there. And so we are working through those things. And when we are done, we'll add it up and pay all of them.
Yeah, but when will this be? Because they're hoping to get the money and then use it for the payment for the next semester.
you know, we are dealing with human beings. For instance, some of the institutions, when the students come, they give them temporal ID. Then later they give them permanent student ID number. But the students, when applying, use the temporal. The school provided us permanent. Now we've written to some of the schools that, okay, the IDs you gave, okay, to the students, which was temporary, which the students have complained to us, is different from what you have given to us, which is permanent. So we beg you, these are the IDs which the students provided to us, compared to yours, and validate if indeed the temporal ID is equal to the permanent ID that you have provided to us. And the schools, some of them are even delaying. And so the fault may not even be coming from the Student Loan Trust Fund. But we are trying as much as possible in no time for those who have not received to receive their reimbursements.
Interesting. And just final, I think all he's saying is that as far as yours is pending disbursement, you've been validated, there's no issues or details. All you need to do is to pray for patience and pray that God will make a way for you. So the
problem I have is when I go to the portal, it's pending
disbursement.
but it's like I had that before. Some people had but they I don't know how to say, but
I mean,
they are able to get theirs whilst mine is still on pending reimbursement.
So I mean, there's a bit of they are wondering why is it that in the month of August I had pending disbursement along with somebody, then somebody has gotten his and I haven't gotten mine. How is that?
So the application go through different phases or process. So when yours is at pending disbursement, somebody may be disbursed pending payment. Some may be disbursed pending approval. Do you understand? So yours may be at pending disbursement, okay, but somebody's own may be disbursed pending approval. Because it goes through a lot of phases.
Okay.
You will not know.
Okay.
And we know from our end.
All right, Mr. Amaning, I think we're going to have another conversation with you ahead of the new academic year so that we can get some more clarification on all of these issues, especially when it comes to application for the loans for the first year who are going to the second year. We really appreciate your time this morning. It's been really, really, really insightful. And I hope you've also enjoyed your time on the show today.
I really did enjoy my time on the show. And I wish my dear sisters the very best. And they should be expectant. Their monies will be paid to them in due time. Thank you.
Yes, this is buying the car, auntie.
But we can't wait for the money. We can't wait for it.
Yeah.
Because some of us, we need to use it for some things. So we are worried about it. So they should please kindly do something about it.
They need to use it for some things.
Especially, I mean my fees.
They
want to top up and pay their fees for the second year. So
some of them, they don't even tell their parents. Some of them, they don't tell their parents.
Well, that's...
like she said, they are going to use me for some things.
I know some Gucci bag. I mean my fees.
I know she will get some Gucci bag, I know. And some Louis Vuitton slippers, I know.
Anyway, Mr. Amaning, thank you very much for your time this morning. Really appreciate it. Really, really insightful. All right, ladies, I think all we need now is patience, and hopefully the government will intensify, because just like you said, they are doing this to relieve your stress, and it's important that the money comes so that you can use it to do, especially to top up to pay for your fees. And I think that is the call that the ladies are making, and a lot of other students are also making, so that the money can come and they can get to use it for some things. All right. Anyway, this is still Prime Morning.